Still that one, still that girl, still that chic, yeah. Still that boss making moves, getting rich, yeah. Crown on my head.
Hey y'all, what's good, what's good, what's good? Oh wait. Look, let me run that back. I might need some water. What's good, what's good, what's good? Okay, that's a little better. Anyway. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves and all of that good stuff and whatever and what's not. This is your girl Sweet T, and I have some messages for you guys for the day. But first and foremost, as always, we are going to welcome Spirit in, and then we will get into your messages. Holy Spirit, a pure divine white light of the Most High God, I call you into this message. I ask that you grant me the ability to deliver clear and concise messages to the listener as you see fit. We thank you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will continue to be. Amen. Ashe. Okay, y'all. So, y'all, I know y'all hear them birds in the background singing and talking to y'all. Okay, hold on. Pause for a minute so I can catch the bird word. Okay. Not to mention, supposedly, which makes a lot of sense to me, but at the same time, it's just new information to me. There's something about birds, like the birds chirping. I don't know if it's specific birds or just all as a whole, but chirping at a certain frequency, which is a healing frequency. So I don't know, but I thought that was pretty dope. But I do resonate with that myself personally, just because it's a certain piece to just stopping and pausing and listening to the birds. Not to mention, it makes a lot of sense because if you think about all of the elders that sit out on their porch first thing in the morning and just be chilling, watching the cars drive by, listening to the birds chirp, it makes a lot of sense. But anywho, let's actually get into your message. Okay. So there could be something very significant about Erykah Badu. Okay. Maybe you were just listening to her music, or you resonate with something in one of her songs, because some days I wake up and there's just a song that's just there, okay? And it come from out of nowhere. There's no reason, like, it's not like I was listening to it the night before, or anything of that nature, right? It's just there. So generally I know that it is a message for someone, whether it's someone else or myself. But I actually can't even think of the what specific song this is. I don't know if it's titled Honey. It could be, but I don't know. Anyway, so it was the one where it's got a nice little groove, little bop to it, and she'd be like, honey, yeah, oh, you so sweet, you so sweet. But yeah, anyway, I don't know all the words. But if you know, then you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, definitely go listen to that song. Maybe it's something in it that you resonate with, a message to you or for you or whatever. But somebody just could also just think that you are very sweet. Somebody could be calling you their honey. Somebody could say that a lot, because I know me personally, that's just kind of how I talk. I don't know, can't help it, just is what it is. But I use that word, like when I'm talking about certain stuff. If I'm having a conversation, I'll be like, honey. But yeah, anyway, so that could possibly resonate with you as well. But yeah, like it could just be something, maybe you just feel like your babe is super sweet and you in the romance vibes right now, and you loving your bae. But on another note, which is crazy, I also got the Erykah Badu song Next Lifetime, and that song is actually a little different energy, because if I'm not mistaken, from what I recall, that song is more so about like her feeling somebody and them feeling her, but she has somebody already. So she's like telling this person like what am I supposed to do? Because I like you and I want to be around you, I want to deal with you, but I already got somebody. But she seems to be quite fond of this individual. So this could be some of y'all, okay? Or maybe this is your lover's energy. Or you could be the third party, okay? So you have to take the energy as it is for you. All right, use your discernment, know what's yours, know what's not, right? If it's yours, receive it to be so. If it does not flow, let it go. Bits and pieces of this message could apply to you, if not the full message. All right. Also, some of the other videos on the channel you may resonate with as well, so go check those out. And don't forget to do all that fun clicky stuff by hitting the like button and dropping a comment down below so I know how it resonated with you. And yeah, hit subscribe if you have not already, so that you can get the most recent uploads directly to your timeline. All right. But yeah, so there also could be something about, this is a different note, but there also could be something about like some type of issue, parenting issue, whether this is like you got some type of co-parenting situation, or the lack thereof of a co-parenting situation. I'm just getting an energy of like, say there is your child's father or child's mother, it just depends on what your dynamic is, because there are single black fathers that do have full custody of their children. So there could be a circumstance where the other parent has been absent, and not in a sense of like they just can't be present. It's more of a they just don't care, or they just make very minimal effort. Or it could just be someone who's just very immature. Because I'm getting an energy of like, say there is a kid, and like say the dad hasn't reached out or called the kid or whatever, and then the mom has to call, the dad and say, hey, little Ricky just was asking about you and when he was gonna see his dad and stuff like that, and the dad's like, well, I mean, why you ain't called me? And then the mom's like, well, what you mean why he ain't call you? He's like, you're the dad, you're the adult, like you know how to call him. You could have called his phone, you could have called my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of energy. So yeah, I don't know, there's something about that. Okay. There's also something about discarding some things. So this could be emotions, this could be people, this could be places, this could be habits. But you could be getting rid of some things now at this time. There's also an energy of now, okay, speaking to the discarding things. So you could be someone who you've held on to some things for quite some time, or you've been a lot more graceful and more being the bigger person possibly in certain situations for quite some time. And it's just like with the shifts happening and with the self-reflection and with the growth of yourself, it's like you're just over certain people, certain things, certain habits, certain places, things like that. And you could be not only releasing people, but I'm also getting energy, and this could be for one specific person. Like, you could literally be just like releasing certain emotions, but in a way that not only does it release it from your body and your mental space, but it releases so that the people who have to actually, let me see how I say it. So that the people who have done or said certain things actually get to hear how you feel about how they've done and said certain things. So whatever it is, say it's a relative, all right, and maybe they've done shady acts to you, or maybe they've done certain things that were very traumatic towards you. It could be a situation where you're addressing them, you're saying something to them, or like this person could be coming around like nothing happened. I am also getting that type of energy. Like you could have some people trying to come around you and act like everything's cool, or like nothing ever happened, or even just trying to possibly shift the villain energy onto you, as if it was you that, did this or you did that or whatever. And you could be like, you know what, I'm sick of this. Like, I'm just about to tell it like it is. I'm about to say what needs to be said. I'm about to tell my truth. Because you could be someone who maybe it was an elder and you were trying to just kind of still hold this certain level of respect, or you just don't like confrontation, or you just, you didn't want to feel like you're being messy or negative or whatever, okay? But it's like you've come to terms with whatever feelings you needed to feel. You talked to God about it. You've sat with yourself and really said, okay, this can play out this way, that way, this way. And you just come to terms with, you know what, whatever happens after I say what I say is just whatever happens. And that's what it is, because I'm going to speak my truth. And you could have, or will be, just dishing it out so that you can release it from yourself. And I love that for you, because that's also a part of healing, so you could be letting somebody have it, honey. You could be telling, and the funny part about it is I really don't feel like you're gonna do it in a nasty way. Now, don't get me wrong, hey, maybe, right, you might have to use a few extra profanity words, or you might have to get a little loud, depending on the circumstance, depending on the people, depending on who you are as a person, right? I don't know all that, right? It'll play out how it play out, okay? But I'm actually more so getting an energy of someone who, you're still moving within grace. You're still trying to keep the peace, but also make sure that you're let me see how I want to say it. It's like you're trying to still keep the peace, but make sure that you still have your peace. There we go. So it's like, okay, well, I can't have my own personal peace until I get this off my chest. It's that type of energy, And you could be letting somebody know what it is. And you could be just leaving it at very much, well, this is my truth. And hey, you're going to have to take it how you take it. And that's just that, It's really giving me that energy. So whether this is the mother of, like I said before in the one scenario, and that's just to use it as an example, I think I call the kid Little Ricky. So if it's the mother of Little Ricky, and she has to say what need to be said to Dad, hey, it is what it is. Because sometimes, we can want to give people grace, or we could kind of shy back from saying certain things out of, just not wanting to cause conflict, or not wanting to feel like you the person starting stuff, or, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep the peace and all that. And it's like, well, sometimes if you keep that energy, then people are going to keep doing the things that they're doing and thinking that it's okay. And even though deep down they may know the things that they're doing is not okay, but the fact that you didn't say anything at all just made them feel more, well, shoot, I can just keep doing whatever, and they're not going to say anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting an energy of, mom possibly letting Dad have it, like, you know what? If you're going to be involved with your son, then you need to be involved with your son. You need to call him. You need to check on him. You need to come get him and take him to do certain events and, things like that. He's the child. He shouldn't have to be obligated to say, oh, let me call my dad. I haven't talked to my dad in however long, right? It should be on the adult to, play that role, right? And so, mom could be letting Dad have it, or Dad could be letting Mom have it. Depends on whatever dynamic it is, right? But yeah, so there's something about that. And like I said, it does not have to be that specific scenario. You're going to know what scenario it is for you. Because like I said, this could even be a relative. Like say you got a sister or brother and y'all done fell out about whatever, long time ago, or they did some crazy stuff to you long ago, but they always want to come around to you like everything's cool and, oh yeah, hey sis, hey bro, whoop-de-woo. And it's like, no, nigga, like you just did some shady ass shit to me last month, and then you coming over like everything cool, and we ain't had no type of talk conversation. There's been no apology, and that, like, that in itself, because I feel like whoever you are that resonates with this is like something that's been ongoing for a very long time. And for a very long time, you just kind of flow within it because that's just how y'all function. But over due time, you acknowledge that it's just toxic and it's unhealthy and it's unfair. And you're in a place and space now where you're like, no, I need things in my life to be fair and just. And I cannot be involved with anybody, regardless of if they're blood or not, that does not want to reciprocate in a way that is fair, you know? And so you could be, you know, having to let them know, like, look, bro, I know in the past, a lot of times we could fall out, you can cuss me out, I can cuss you out, you can steal from me and whatever, and then however long later, we just don't even say nothing about nothing, and time passed, and then we just back to doing whatever. But at this point, it's not going to work like that. Things need to be addressed, apologies need to be made, ways need to be, wrongs need to be righted. And you could just be speaking to that. And if the person can't, you know, pull that from within themselves and make things right, or do right, or be moral, or have certain principles and align with that for you, you just gonna release them and let them go and tell them, okay, well, I'm good. I don't care if you blood or not. You can go be blood over there somewhere away from me, because you don't know how to be respectful. You don't know how to operate within morals, and you think it's okay to mistreat people or just treat them however you want to treat them, and then expect them to still be the same old person as if they don't have feelings, or as if, you know, you didn't disrespect them. But if someone disrespected them or mistreated them and hurt their feelings, they would be a total wreck and ready to tear up house, because who do you think you are disrespecting me? Who do you think you are to hurt my feelings? But they feel like they can do that to you and everything's okay, and you're supposed to just act like life is still just great and we're all good, buddy. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know that energy, but that is your message for today, and I hope that it is helpful for you guys, and I will holla at y'all later. All right, see ya.
Still that one, still that girl, still that chic, yeah. Still that boss making moves, getting rich, yeah. Crown on my head, ain't nobody finna snatch it. All these dreams in my bag, watch me catch it. Oh yeah. Snakes in the grass, I hit a hit stall. Money in my pocket, never miss, y'all. Walking